BBC presenter Vernon Kay was emotional during his Radio 2 show on Thursday morning after asking listeners who would be their dream dinner guest. Vernon Kay was welling up on Radio 2 as he made a candid admission about his family life. The 50-year-old presenter was asking listeners who would be their dream dinner party guest, with suggestions including Joanna Lumley and John Lennon. But it was Scottish caller Melanie who struck a chord with Vernon. Melanie revealed she would have her late mother over for lunch one last time. She said, "I know that you're asking people to send in famous people that they would probably like to have a meal with, either alive or dead, but I just want to put a vote in for having one last meal with my mum. She is no longer with us and she was the funniest, most ridiculous woman and she is such a massive miss. I would love to sit down at her favorite seafood restaurant and do a bit of people watching with her and tell her how much we all love her." An emotional Vernon replied, "Is that you or is that me welling up, Janine? That was lovely. That was lovely and, Mel, good point, well raised. It just goes to show you, and I'm guilty of this as well at times, that we don't spend enough time with our parents, do you know what I mean? I'm terrible, Gladys is always telling me off, I'll be honest with you, for not ringing. When life just gets hold of you, you jump on that roller coaster and it just carries you away and you're kind of doing all sorts of things, you've got to do this, got to do that, and all it needs is 2 minutes. 2 minutes is all it needs. Hiya, you alright? Yeah, very good, and I am the first person to admit that I am guilty of that." Dad of 2 Vernon told listeners he would call his mum Gladys after he finished on air. He added, "Why don't you just pick up the phone, if they're still with us, and say hello?" Vernon presented on Radio 1 between 2004 and 2012, when he was replaced by Matt Edmondson. After a stint on Radio X, he returned to the BBC in 2021, originally standing in on a Saturday for Rylan Clark.